Oh, how's it going on, my fellow scripters? It's your boy Rapid Blaster here. Today I am going to show you how to make a Twitter code GUI. So this is really simple. So first thing we need to do is we need to prepare our tool. So what we do is we get our our tool that we want to put, rename it to handle with a capital H and put it inside the tool, and then rename this tool to something like unknown. And now what we want to do is we want to get a texture ID. So I'll leave this texture ID in the description below. It needs to be a question mark. So copy the unique ID here. So you see this ID. So quickly take it like this. Right click, copy. Going back into Studio. Go into the properties of our unknown. And go onto the texture ID and paste that unique ID in. And I renamed the tooltip to question marks. So there you go. So now what we do is we need to create our GUI. So let's quickly so put the handle, go onto the properties of our handle and put the transparency to 1. Now put this inside the starter pack. So once we do that, we need to go into Start a GUI, click plus, and go into the Screen GUI. Rename this to Twitter. No, just rename it to Code GUI. So now we need to get our stuff. So click the plus, insert a text box, and rename this text box to Code. Enter. And now go into the properties of text box. Go on to the size, go on, open X and Y and put the offset on both X and Y to 0. So once you do that, scale it out however you want and design the text box however you want. Use your imagination. So I'm going to get rid of the border size pixel. I'm going to make it blue. And now make their text to enter Twitter code. So once you do that, there's your text box GUI done. Now what we do is we insert a text button. So rename this to redeem button. So now once we do that, go into the properties of redeem button. Open size, X and Y, put offset on 0 on both X and Y. The reason we do this is because we want it to be scaled out on all devices. So now scale out however you want once you've done that. I'm gonna put mine under there and imagination. So I'm gonna put my border size pixel to 0. I'm gonna scale this. I'm gonna put the font to code and I'm gonna say redeem code. And I'm gonna make it green. So there's our 2 GUIs then, our text button and our Twitter code enter. So once we do that, we want to go into the redeem button GUI and click the plus and insert a local script. And now rename this local script to something like handler. Now get rid of the print hello world and do local player equals to game.players.local player. And now what we do is we do local code is equal to, and put your code here. I'm gonna do test code 16. So there's my code. Now what we do is we do script.parent.mouse button on click colon connect function open bracket close bracket drop a line. And now what we do is we drop a few more lines outside of the end and we do script.parent.touch tap colon connect function open bracket close bracket drop a line. And the reason we do touch tap is this is for mobile and mouse button one click is for computer. So once we do that, we want to do if script.parent.parent.code enter.text is equal to is equal to code, then enter. And now what we do is we do player dot backpack dot unknown dot what's the inside of unknown, we do dot handle and we do dot transparency is equal to 0. Now what we do is we copy this line of code and paste it into here, except this time we do unknown dot texture ID is equal to nothing. We don't want a texture ID. Now what we do is we do player dot backpack dot unknown dot name. Actually, no, not the name. We do dot tooltip is equal to teddy bear. I meant no, whoops. Airplane. Whoops. Okay, yeah. So now what we do is we do. Oh yeah. So just misspelt it. Sorry. Okay. So now we do player dot backpack dot unknown dot tool. No, not tooltip. Dot name is equal to airplane. So now, once we do that, we need to copy this if statement, Control C, and Control V into the touch tap function. So now let's take this code and let's test our doing. So let's play. Just let it load. Yeah, you can see it has a question mark here, and oops, let's just unanchor it. Let's go into the backpack. So you need to make sure that your tool is a mesh and it's unanchored or it's welded. So you need to make sure it's unanchored. So now you can see our tool is nothing here. It's nothing. So we can't see anything. So when we try to do something, so like a random code and click enter, nothing. But when we enter our test code 16 and redeem, it's gone, and the tooltip's airplane, and we have our airplane. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Yep, yes sir. Be sure to comment, subscribe, like, and turn on the post notifications, and I'll see you all later. Bye.